And there was another story that you had expressed about the time that you and Tupac got in a fight, and you was out on the balcony.
No. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what was the story about you and Tupac getting into it, or somehow getting into it, and you slept out on the balcony?
I slept on the patio.
On the patio,
on the porch.
Okay, porch. Okay.
So Jack was in town. He came to Pac's house.
Haitian Jack.
Haitian Jack.
Okay.
He came to Pac's house. And this is the time I'm still trying to remember where I know this guy from.
Okay.
You know, like for a long time, when Jack was coming around Pac, I did not remember where I knew him from.
Okay.
I knew him. The face was unmistakable. I recognized the face, but I can't remember where I know this guy from. And it took a long time for me to realize it. So every time we were running to Jack, I would be like, Pac, I know this dude for somewhere, but I can't. I'll tell Watani, I know this dude, but I can't remember where. And it's not good where I know him from.
Right.
Right. And it didn't happen until that night when Jack came to Pac's house. Jack and Pac was in the kitchen of Pac's house. He used to come by there all the time, by the way. And they were looking at Pac's guns. Pac had most of his guns on the kitchen table. He was just showing off his new guns that he just bought, this new 4.4 or whatever. You know, Pac was a gun enthusiast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was just showing off all his guns. And I and others were in the living room drunk. I was drunk. I was drunk on the couch.
Right.
And I could have been passing in and out, whatever. And it finally occurred to me where I knew this guy from. It occurred to me. I got up and I went in the kitchen and I told Pac right in front of Jack, now I know where I know this guy from. He's so-and-so, so-and-so. We met in 1983 in Rikers Island.
Oh, so you had been locked up with Jack before?
Yeah.
And
well, not Rikers Island, the Tombs.
The Tomb. Okay, so you had been locked up, and then it came to you that y'all was locked up together.
Right, we was in Manhattan. We was in the bullpen of either the Tombs or Manhattan Criminal Court.
Okay.
Right, we was in the bullpen.
Right.
And don't ask me how, but dude and I start talking in 1983 in the bullpen.
Right. Okay.
And I remember it. And he's telling me what he's there for. He told me what he was there for. He told me what his bail was. His bail was $3,500. I was there for promoting no gambling, playing red.
Right.
And he was there for assault.
Right.
He had shot somebody.
Okay.
And sure enough, like an hour after we start talking, he gets bailed out. They call him out for the bail. And he walks. That's where I knew him from, but I could not remember throughout the years that was him.
Right.
And when I finally told Pac that, Jack wasn't offensive. He was cool.
Right.
He wasn't offended.
Right.
He was cool. Even though I was calling him out, he was cool. He didn't say nothing. He didn't confirm what.
So he felt what as far as calling him out, saying, "Yo, he was locked up. He'd been in jail. I was in jail with him."
And why are you still alive? Because so I'm saying to Pac, I know him from this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling him the story.
Right.
And then I look at him and say, I'm surprised you still alive.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because what he was into at the time was way beyond my, it was above my level.
Right. Of what,
his thing was violence. His thing was streets.
Right.
My thing was con.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
My thing was petty. His thing was,
Right.
So I'm like, I'm surprised you're still alive. And he was cool, like I said. He didn't seem agitated. He wasn't offended.
Right.
He was cool. You dig? And after he left, me and Pac got into a fight over that because his position was, yo, you know what I'm saying? What do you know about him? And he kind of was defending him, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I became offended. I was drunk.
Right.
He was drunk. And we started cursing each other. I was calling him bitch. You're a bitch because you fucking with this dude. And I'm telling you not to fuck with him and you still fucking with him, bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And it gets like that.
Okay.
And the next thing I know, so all of us, the Outlaws is there. They was called Dromicidal at the time.
Okay.
Or the Young Thugs or whatever. They were there. And my brother-in-law, Big G, was there. Yafael, Yaki Gaddafi, shout out to him. Shout out to Big G. Shout out to the Outlaws. They were all there. And me and Pac now is about Big Stretch is there. Shout out to Stretch. Me and Pac is about to fight. and they getting in between us.
Okay.
Yafeo is pushing me back from Pac, and G is holding Pac back, right?
Right.
And we are trying to get away from whoever is keeping us separated so that we can get to each other. It was very contentious. It was
Right.
about to be very violent.
Right.
The room was like a powder keg. It was going to explode. If we would have got together, it'd have got ugly.
Okay.
You know, it was that kind of energy. It was bad. You dig? It was energy. It was hatred. It was all that in one.
Right.
Plus mixed with the liquor.
Right.
You know
True.
what I'm saying?
True.
So Yak drags me to the bathroom and shuts the door. I start throwing up, right? Pac comes and I hear the door is locked, the bathroom door is locked, and I hear what sounds like gunshots. Bang, 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 bang. But what it really is him with his billy club beating the door of the bathroom where I was in.
Right.
Right? And somehow, I think either Stretch or G locked Pac in his room, and Yafeo locked me. Yafeo's Killer Gaddafi locked me in the bathroom.
Right.
And next thing I know, he kicked me out the house, by the way.
Right.
I left. Yafeo escorted my ass out on the porch. And I spent the night there. I woke up the next morning with dried up shit on my shirt, vomit and shit,
Right.
all on my pants and
Right.
shit. And I went back in the house, and my whole family is sitting in his house. His mother, my mother,
Right.
the Outlaws,
Right.
Pac, and they all laughing about what happened last night. No grudge.
Right. Right. Right.
You know, no nigga don't come in my house.
Right.
You know, he's like welcoming me in the house and, you know, tell him what happened last night, Bill. You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. the night when it happened, it wasn't. But the next day, it was beautiful.
Right.
That's why I know my dude never held a grudge. He wasn't no grudgeful, you know,
Vengeful type of dude.
Vengeful type of dude,
Right.
man. You know,